Okay. I am... Oh, crap. Got something itching on the back of my neck. Okay, let's see. Back. There we go. Okay. We are ready to truck. We're going from Norfolk to Yellowknife, and we're partway there. We got as far as, well, Milwaukee. And I think we got to sleep. So let's do that. This is not... Why is it not coming here where... There we go. I think that's better. Okay, let's hit the road, shall we? Or, in this case, let's hit the... No, those are doing the same thing. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. That one. That's the one I wanted. Yeah, nap. Okay, nap. We need to sleep. Let us back it up. Okay, that was okay, we're in the highway. We're on the... We're on the highway. Doing the trucking thing. Pulling a hill out of or Minnesota, Minneapolis. Yes, that's where we just truck stop outside of Minneapolis. And we're going to Yellowknife. Let's see how we do today. I'm in my wheelchair again, so we'll see how that goes. That works out okay for me. You know, this is... Maybe let's make this not quite so sensitive. Options, controls, steering sensitivity. Turn this down about that much. Turn it down about half. See how that works. Tell that real soon because we'll be getting off up here. this is. Yes. That seemed to work pretty good. We won't know for sure until we get to where we're going. We got a long way to go to get to there. A long way. Yeah, what are we doing here? 82 hours yet. Crap, that's a long way to go, alright. I was hoping that it wouldn't quite, every time I twitched, you can see the steering wheel twitching. Every time I twitch, it wouldn't jump me halfway across the halfway across the road. Yes, that's what it's jumping me across. And, well, I've been playing a little bit of Farming Simulator 15 lately. And, I've got to tell you, I'm remembering why I didn't play that game much. Or why I stopped playing it so much, I guess. It was, it just, I don't know. There's no, I can't get Courseplay to work right. Well, okay, I can get it, it works, I guess, as far as it was made to work. But the thing is, you got to have at least 2 people to run a farm. Well, the size of farms they're using on the game, you got to have at least 2 people, because there's no way to do things otherwise. We don't need fuel and we don't need sleep. I mean, yeah, when we were growing up, we had lived on a little farm, little family farm, and yeah, when we did a harvest, it took 2 people. One to drive the combine or the harvester, and one to unload it, to pull the gravity wagon that unloaded it, or drive the dump truck. We used a dump truck that we unloaded it to, or the pickup truck. I guess I was probably about 10 when they trusted me to the tractor enough to pull the gravity wagons in the field. Now that was just in the field. To come out to the combine and unload it. Or what you did was you parked the gravity wagon at the end of the field, and every time you came up to that end, you would unload whether you were full or not. And then when the gravity wagon got full, you got off the combine and took it to took it to the corn crib, or well, we had corn crib and we had a bin for oats that we used to when we made our own feed, our cattle feed when we were milking cows. And the corn was whole cob corn. We didn't have a sheller, corn picker sheller. It was just a corn picker. It picked the corn whole off the cob, or the whole cob, and then you dumped the whole thing into the whatchamacallit. Oh yes, the feed machine. See, I think it was 1 scoop of corn to 2 scoops of oats, something like that. And then you put them all you put it all on a tray. Then in front of the you put them all on a tray in front of at the front of the mixing machine. The mixing machine was hooked up to a tractor via a great big long leather belt. I mean, this leather belt must have been 100 feet long and 8 inches wide. More than 6, so it had to be 8, because it was less than a foot. So yeah, I'd say 8 inches wide, 100 feet long. Went out through the back door, outside where the tractor was parked and you put the belt on. And you have to twist the belt so it run the right direction. I better slow down, car. I'm getting over. Whether you like it or not. Speed up to 70 now. We must be in someplace else. Wonder where we are now. Don't need to stop at this one either. So yeah, it was there was 1 scoop of corn, whole cob corn, 2 scoops of oats, and a pint of molasses. But you usually put more than that on the tray. You know, that was the ratio. There was a ratio. I don't remember what the ratio was. Don't quote me on the ratio. Don't remember what the ratio was. But there was a ratio, and you put it on the tray. You dump the molasses on top of it, and then you shoved it all into the grinder, and it blew it into a little room next to it that was our feed. And you get the feed into this little 2-wheel cart. It wasn't a wheelbarrow. It held a lot more than a wheelbarrow. 2-wheel cart, and that was my job. I'd take that cart, put as much feed in it as I could move. I mean, I was like 7 or 8 years old, so I couldn't move a whole lot. Take it into the milking parlor, which had to go up over a 3-inch board between the garage where the bin was and the milking parlor. Then go down the aisle between at the head of the cows and put one scoop, 1 3-pound coffee can, made a scoop, 1 scoop of feed for each cow, in front of each cow. That's what they got while they were being milked. Then, of course, after the milking, had to wash it all down, scrape it down with a scraper, milking parlor, and once a week we had to lime it, and about once a month I had to whitewash it. It was, yeah, all the milking equipment had to be washed in really, really, really hot water, almost boiling, scalding water. So yeah, I only had like 35 cows, but those 35 cows put out a lot of milk. They put out a lot of milk. And we had a milk tank in the and I wasn't old enough to help milk because were these big milkers that you hung underneath the cow on a belly strap and hooked it up to the udder, and it held like maybe 2.5, 3 gallons of milk. It was stainless steel, so it was heavy as all get out. So when that get full, you'd have to take it into the milking parlor and the milking shed. And we're in North Dakota. And yeah, then you go into the milking shed and dump it into this big old 200 or 300 gallon tank. I don't remember how big the tank was. 200 or 300 gallons anyway. Back in the middle lane. If there's a middle lane, I'm in it. So yeah, that's how we do it. And it take, like I said, 2 people at least. I mean, like the milking, one person could do it, but it'd take a long time to milk 35 cows. One person milked 35 cows. It was best with 3 people, 2 to milk, 1 to feed and move the cows in and out. Because we only had like, I don't know how many, I think maybe we might have had 20 stanchions. It seemed to me it was 1.5, 1 and a bit more. Yeah, not quite 2 full rotations of the milking parlor. So yeah, 1.5. So yeah, that's about right. That's why farmers had kids to help with the chores, the farm work. But you need somebody to drive that wagon, drive that tractor, while you were. A lot of times you didn't, you could do the stuff by yourself, like planting, cultivating, plowing. You could do those by yourself. One person could do those. But couldn't, but harvesting, you really needed two people for harvesting. And okay, I was talking about Farming Simulator. All the farms, well, okay, not all the farms. The one out in, whatchamacallit, wherever it is. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce it, because I'll get it wrong. And somebody will get mad. Eastern Europe, somewhere in Eastern Europe. Anyway, that farm is, yeah, small enough that that's more like what we did. We had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fields. They were probably, oh, 8 to 10 acres each. Maybe 15. Yeah. Maybe 10 to 15 acres each. They weren't big fields. We were a little home, a little family farm. Crap. Why didn't you tell me I was speeding? I was talking about farming and not watching what I was doing. Okay, let's see, here comes, yeah, time to get over. You're just sleep. Okay, hold it. Is there a, no. Yes, I'm going through here because I want to pull over and go to sleep. Then I'll have to stop and get fuel at that fuel station. Okay. Okay, we're in Canada now. Crap. I'm going to have to be paying attention to my driving now and not talking about farming. And I don't like round bales. When I was a kid, I mean, really, really little, probably younger than 6 years old, we had a baler that made round bales. But this was old school, little, this was before they made great big huge round bales. These were little round bales that you could pick up by hand. They carried about as much as, they weighed about as much as a square bale at the time, which was, say, 50 and 60 pounds, 60 and 80 pounds, or 50 and 80 pounds, depending on how wet this was when you baled it, and how dense you packed it. You could set it up to pack it denser, and that's what we used. I didn't like it. Dad didn't like them. Nobody liked them because they come out of the baler and they'd roll away. And it's the same way with Farming Simulator. You get the you do those big round bales, and just about any farm you're on, and they roll away. It's like crap. I don't want this thing rolling away on me. So okay, yeah, you're all going to zoom right up there, aren't you? So yeah, I don't like round bales. They pretty much go wherever the heck they want. If you've got any kind of a slope at all on your farm, on your field, when they come out of that baler, they just take off. And you don't know where they end up. I got, on one of my save games, I've got a oh yes, I've got a hay bale out in the forest somewhere that rolled out into the middle of the field. So I use the big square bales because they stay where you put them. They stay where you put them. See if I can get up to 80. Let's see if I can not crash. So that's where I am with the Farming Simulator. I was looking for a small farm with lots of animal husbandry for my sister to help me with. But then you can't use course play. Ah, crap. use you can't use course play on multiplayer. So that means you got to do all the grain transporting yourself. Good stare. Ah, crap. It's a lot easier to shift when you got foot pedals. You can do it, you can do it. So how are we doing on time here? 10 hours, okay, we're good. I'm coming up soon. Are we done? Oh, we've got, yeah, see, it's a good thing oh crap, I went past the gas station. How'd I do that? Or no, that was a... Oh, okay. Yeah, that was I don't know. Maybe it was a gas station. Maybe it was. I don't know. We're working on getting up to 80. Don't know if we'll make it or not. And I did buy a garage in Columbus, but I got to deliver this load before I can hire anybody. Didn't realize that you had to be, that you could not be running a load. Yeah, that. Okay, we need to put this up like this because, yeah, there, maybe that'll help my neck. Get over here in this lane so I can go around this truck. I made it up to 80. Made it up to 80. And we are cruising right along here in Canada. That's for not as far as nice trees. Crap, 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 crap. Yeah, you just pull out there just long enough to make me slow down, don't you? Look at all those trees. I can't drive it. With a darn like this is a cool view. It's a cool view. I have to get back in because I can't drive worth a darn like that. Oh, I never did get that. I wanted to get the real company's mod. I never did. I never did get the real company's mod. Crap. So what's the deal with that? As my dad would say, Road looks like it was laid out by drunken Indians. Don't ask me why he'd say that, because I have no idea, but that's what he would say. We had a road. It's called Stringtown Road, and I don't know why it was named Stringtown, unless it was because we are in something. Oh, there's my truck stop up ahead. Get over here. But it was twisty, turny, up and downy. I mean, little hills. They were little hills. There were little hills, you know, just like, you can't see my hand doing this, but I'm doing the wavy. Oh, like in this game up on the, in Nevada, you know, we're in or California, where the hills kind of go up and down, like a little roller coaster. Yeah, this road was like that, only they had turns in the hills. It was a lot of fun if you went fast. It was like a roller coaster, and they were really sharp hills. You could jump them in your car if you go fast. We did. You would get airborne doing that. Yes, we did get airborne doing that. Yeah, we probably, maybe, no, it was 7 in the morning. Got a whole day's worth of driving left. What we can do? Why would we want to? Okay. Getting back up to 70. 80, back up to 80 miles an hour. So yeah, we would, it was interesting. And I totally forgot what I was talking about. But that's what he would say. And I know it's not politically correct nowadays, but hey. My dad, and it was the 60s, and that's what he would say. I don't know why. I don't, because it weaved all over the place and in and out. Well, at least up here in Saskatchewan, I think is where we're at. You got trees. Trees of green, leaves of something. Okay, we're not going to sing because we don't. could sing, but I'd probably get in trouble for it. I used to sing really good. I used to go do karaoke all the time. That was fun. When I couldn't find anybody to play music with, I'd do karaoke. Or I'd drag my guitar over to a bar that I lived across the alley from. I'd drag my big old bass amplifier. I mean, it is huge. What a speaker box is huge. Well, the head on it wasn't really huge, but it's heavy. It was not solid state. No, not for me. Tube type. Great big speaker box. The speaker box is 3.5 feet wide by about 4.5 feet, maybe 5, 4.5 feet tall, 2 feet deep, 1.5 feet deep. Made out of 3/4 inch plywood, heavy duty speaker box, Fender. Amp. And the head on that thing, the head must weigh, I say must have, but I still got it. It must weigh 50 pounds. I mean, sucker's heavy. It's heavy. Okay, maybe not 50 pounds, 30 pounds. Maybe 30 pounds. Okay. I hope we come up with another truck stop or something soon, because we're going to need how long do we got left? This got 50 hours. No, we're not going to make it on this episode. Crap, there's one right there. Run up on one. Okay, let's get over. We're coming up on one, so stop here. Yep, there it is. Refuel. Yeah, I know, I just got fuel. Why are you getting fuel again? Well, I wanted to make sure I had. Crap, this is the wrong way. Okay. And that's gonna, wow, I got damage to my truck? How did I get damage to my truck? It's tire damage, I bet you. Yes. Wow. We're gonna need to get the truck serviced after is there a place in Yellowknife to get the truck serviced? Let's see. Um, There is a place to get the truck service. Ooh, there's a garage too. I might buy that garage. They give me one in Canada. Yeah, let's look here. I might buy that garage. Garage manager. Map view. Yeah, that put me way up there. Maybe I'll wait. No, I don't want to wait too long. I might not get back up there. Nah, we won't buy one there. Okay, well, that's going to be it for this episode. Hello, who's ever watching? Thanks for joining me. You got here just in time for me to quit for this morning. Oh, man, my neck. My neck is killing me. Oh, I can't sit here that long. I can never be a truck driver again. I just cannot sit in this position that long. Nope, I never can be a truck driver again. Which is depressing because I kind of like driving a truck. I did. And pulling this around to my lift chair recliner, the steering wheel and stuff. Yeah, then I can't use the foot pedals. And, well, that helps, but hello, welcome, joining, welcome. Yeah, hello, nice to see you guys. I'm just about done for this episode. It's part 2. There's going to be a part 3 at least. Shoot, it might even be more than that. Let's see. No, not that button. No, not that button. Yeah, that button. No, not that button. Button. 50. Yeah, I might get the next one. I might be able to make it next time. But, yeah, we'll stop here in Saskatchewan. We are in Saskatchewan. Look at the trees, the fields, and the hills, and the green, and I came in the wrong way. Instead of going around there and coming around this way, I came in this way. It was like, what, you dummy, what are you doing? But, okay, I got in there. I got in there so I could sleep, so we're good to go. We got some sleep, or we're in the cab, we get some sleep. The highway, this is, don't know what highway it is. Highway number, Canadian, number 16. 36. I don't know. It's something with a 6. It's got a 6. I know that much. You see, you can see through those. Wow. It does. You can see right through them. And, yeah, so about 49 minutes. Yeah, I know. It's a bad show. You don't have to watch it. Nobody's making you watch it. Well, I care. And, yeah, it's kind of boring if you don't say anything. It's just, okay, yeah, well, we all seen this before. So we just drive along. running, being a motor mouth, as I used to say on the CB radio back when I was a truck driver. And try to keep people from getting bored just watching. Oh man, God, he's just driving. I really don't like YouTube channels with no commentary. I mean, what's the point? I want to know what you're doing. I want to know why you're doing that the way you're doing it. So, but this is the end. Well, I'm not driving the truck because it's the end of the stream, because I can't only set for about an hour, and yeah, my neck is getting to me. And I'm sitting in my wheelchair, and it hurts. So I'll be back again probably tomorrow about the same time in the morning. Well, it's in the morning to me. I hope to be back tomorrow to do this again. So y'all have a good one, and have a good week. Enjoy your day. Bye for now.